My land, it's like 1 hour from here in another town. Open space, more countryside, you know, where I can bring a little bit of the vision that actually I was building with Marwa. Many of the ideas that we had together, they were mine even before meeting him. The car wasn't mine, number one. The horses was a very beautiful act of love from him. And maybe if I need to be clear about the business with the horses that Marwa started, I have nothing to do with it. A lot of people think it's my fault that he's buying and he got crazy. That is Marwa's idea. And
hello, my lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mzungu Pebbles. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. If you like my content only, don't forget to smash that like button and leave your comments in the comment section. Let's talk about it. You know I love to hear your own opinion, even if they're negative. Just don't curse me out, because you know me. You curse me out, I'm gonna curse you back. Anyway, it has been a while, just 10 days, okay? So don't kill me. Sometimes we gotta take a break from these streets for mental health purposes and other reasons. So let's get into it. I can't move too much because guess what? My makeshift bun may unravel, okay? I have a makeshift bun today. I was supposed to go and get my hair done. You know I love my extensions, my weave, okay? And it's freezing outside, like ridiculous. Yesterday was really nice, and today it's like, feels like 20 degrees, like freezing. So I can't go outside to get my hair done, but I managed to put it in a bun. And here we are. So if you see, one color here is black and this color here is brown. I had to dye those grays. You know how we do? Us old women, we dye the grays, okay? So I dyed the edge of my hair. And this part, I don't have time for that. It's always covered with a wig or a weave anyway. So this part doesn't show, just this area. So don't come for me to tell me I have two-color hair. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Let's get into it because there's quite a bit to unpack. On our desk today, we have Madam Parasite. She's no longer Mary Magdalene, Sister Mary Magdalene. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside and study war no more. She backslide, the girl backslide again. She turned drunkard now. She backslide. Ooh, she backslide. She turned drunkard now. It look like said the girl turned drunkard. Me don't know. Wanna tell me one thing. Anyway, so I have her on my plate. I have her on I think her and Marwa only. I don't think there's nothing on D to talk about except her pushing wheelbarrows. The same thing that Marwa did in Argentina. And in the end, what did the Mzungus did to him? Throw him under the bus as if he was nothing, as if he didn't help them. So she's in Poland doing the same thing. I'm not going to talk about that because it makes no sense. And then, of course, her fake pregnancy. I mean, I don't know if I have time. I will discuss that, you know. But anyway, let's start with Madame Parasite, who has come out to say, I purchased a piece of land. Okay, I purchased a piece of land. And next I'm going to buy an island. Guys, woo, let me see what notes I took. Okay, first of all, Rosio has fired all her moderators, Janet Harris, Judy, and the rest of them. They are fired. And I noticed this from a while ago when I made a comment on her one of the lives that she did, I can't remember, I think it was the one where she was talking about Marwa and Marwa family and how bad they were to her and how badly they treated her. I couldn't help myself. Normally I do not go over to any of their channels to make any sort of comments in their comment section. I'm respectful like that because I don't want them come over to my channel and leave any rude comments in my section, because I'll cuss them out. But I couldn't help myself that day because of the lies that that girl was telling. So I went over to her channel and she was doing the live on them that day, and I left a comment, and I realized the only person who deleted me was her. It wasn't any of her moderators. She really didn't have a lot of moderators, so she was scaling back for a while, firing them small, little by little for a while, until now she fired all the moderators. I think she only has 1 or 2 people there as moderators, and I'm assuming that one of them is her fake channel or other channel outside of her, the Cabrera channel, and then perhaps one who is a close friend of hers who speaks English. I don't know, or maybe both of them, those moderators, are her. But she fired all of Marwa people, the ones who think that every single channel that is connected to Marwa, they need to be a moderator on, because that's the only thing in their life, the only thing in their lives that they are capable of managing. The ones who should be called bullies, because these are the people who are truly bullies. Yes, some of them, not all of them. Some of them. Well, Janet hasn't harassed me in a while. I think perhaps I may have blocked her. I don't know. Or she decided to stop after that threat that she made to me, and I reported her to the authorities. Perhaps she decided she leave me alone. I don't know. But she's a big bully. She is. She got fired. Because Rosio realized that, guess what? These are Marwa's dedicated people. Okay? They're never going to like her, even if they pretend that they like her. They're not going to like her. They will fake it. So she had to cut them off. And I don't blame her for that. I don't blame her. If you're starting anew, then it's a new chapter. You have to get rid of some people, right? And I guess this is what she's doing. Slowly but surely. She also deleted a lot of the pictures of her and Marwa on her Instagram. There were a lot more pictures of her and Marwa together, and she deleted most of those on her Instagram. She still has a few of them, I guess, in the coming month or so. Slowly. She's doing it slowly, so it's not obvious to some of the subscribers who are still hanging on to her, because of course she does not want to lose a lot of the subscribers. She doesn't mind losing 1,000, but to say lose 10,000, that will be a big loss. So she doesn't want to lose 10,000 subscribers. So she's doing these things slowly, hoping that no one would notice. But we are here, girl. We're here to notice. Anyway, she went on this trip with her friends from the bar in Mexico. Yeah, Rosio, you used to work in a bar.
I have my YouTube channel where I sing. I'm a singer, I'm a musician.
Okay.
So yeah, you can go follow me. Yeah.
But mostly you do it like events.
Yeah, I do events and like live shows in bars.
So, the friends that she had in Mexico, they're back in Argentina. I guess all of them had to run back home, and she met up with one of them and went to a winery, and I'll talk about that later, or a vineyard, winery / whatever. I'll talk about that later, but I want to talk more about her most recent video, and that video is where she said that she purchased land in the countryside of Argentina. This area is not close to Mar del Plata. Mar del Plata. Listen, if I can't pronounce these, I am not Spanish, even though a lot of people think that I'm Hispanic. I'm not, okay? So she purchased land in Santa Rosa de Calamari, somewhere like that, okay? Yeah.
And today is a very special day. Today marks the reason why I came all the way here from Mar del Plata to Córdoba. I am meeting with my real estate agent because I have bought a piece of land here. maybe at this point it's been more than at least half a year since I've been saving the money, since I've been looking for a place, since I've been trying to see where is it that I wanted to get land. For many years I've been wanting to acquire a piece of land here in Argentina.
And she said that, she always wanted a piece of land in a remote area because she had all these ideas that she, had in her head, the ideas that Marwa took from her. Well, she didn't say Marwa took her ideas, but may as well she had come out and say that. She said that all the ideas that Marwa is now implementing in the village and at his villa, those were her ideas. So girl, may as well you just come out and say Marwa took all my ideas, because this is basically what she was trying to say. Why you had to bring up Marwa's name? Why you had to bring Marwa into this? All you had to do was say, listen, I purchased this piece of land. I have a lot of ideas in my head, a lot of ideas that I need to put, on paper or whatever, or on this land or whatever, That's all you had to say. But no, you had to throw Marwa under the bus again. Every moment that this little you-know-what gets, she has to throw Marwa under the bus. And I know people are going to come for me because you're there, Rosio. Oh, every time you have something negative to say about Rosio, well, come off on my page if you don't want to hear me talk about Rosio. Come off of my page. Because let me tell you how some people go. And I've seen another reactor said something similar to this. And it is true. A lot of people didn't like Rosio when she was in the village and calling people parasites and calling people all sorts of names and acting up and treating people like garbage. They didn't like her. But the moment Rosio left Marwa and continued to throw him under the bus, they love Rosio. It's not that they love the person, the individual Rosio. They just love the idea that Rosio is throwing Marwa under the bus. Because they don't like Marwa. I may not like the things that Marwa does, but I am not gonna, run to jump on the bandwagon, Rosio's bandwagon, because I don't like some of the things that Marwa does. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. If y'all want to do it, to each its own, okay? But just don't come here to tell me to leave Rosio alone. If you're gonna do that, then you know what to do.
And maybe when you have this idea, you want to buy near your hometown and places like this. Yes, I would have liked a piece of land right in front of the ocean in Mar del Plata, in my city. But price, quality, and what I want for the future wasn't really matching my city. One of the visions that I had for what I wanted is a very green place to be. I wanted somewhere green, very green, if it's possible with a river like this. See my land. My land, it's like 1 hour from here in another town. Very small town, and it's an area that is in development right now. There's nothing like a city or anything like this. And that's exactly what I wanted, because I wanted like an open space, more countryside, where I can bring a little bit of the vision that actually I was building with Marwa. Many of the ideas that we had together, they were mine even before meeting him. So I don't want to lose that vision.
So when she said that, I was like, whoa, why this girl had to say that all these ideas were hers that Marwa has. Now, remember when she came out to talk about Marwa and the family and how badly they treated her and the horses, and people are blaming her for these horses. Rosio, didn't you say the horse idea was not your idea? Even when we came out and said that whole idea about buying horses was all about you, because you wanted horses. You insist that he bought you horses to play rich. And you said, no, the horses had nothing to do with you. That was not your idea. Now you're coming out here to tell us that everything that Marwa is doing, the horse stables, Appaloosas, the dog kennel, the colorful fish. All of this was your idea. The Mercedes Benz, the garage, it was all Rocio's idea. That's what she said. I didn't say it. Go ask her. That's what she said. You see how this girl lies? You see how we catch her in her lies? She lies so much. Everything has to be just lying from one lie to the next. Why can't she just leave, do her own thing? People will still support her. Go ahead. Even if somebody's going to say, oh, she's copying Marwa. So what? So what if they say that? And I'm pretty sure people will say that, and perhaps this is one of the reasons why she came out here and say, hey, this all of what Marwa is doing right now was her ideas. Marwa took her ideas. Okay, so I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I think she meant the nature witch ideas that she had, because those are the only ideas I can think about. Like the hugging the trees, searching for crystals in the river, and singing at the river and crying, the yoga retreat, those kind of things, you know? I think those were the only ideas that she had. What is she talking about? What is she talking about? Marwa always wanted to build places to rent to people, rent these whatever cottages he had planned to build on his property. I think he always wanted to do that. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, guys. I don't know. Maybe I'm being partial here. I don't know. I don't want to, but maybe I am. So correct me if I'm wrong about that part. I think it's one of the reasons why she's saying it, because if she decides she's going to develop this land that is, there is no infrastructure there. It's just vacant land, no nothing. It's empty. It's just a piece of land with nothing there. And there's nothing wrong with that. Congratulations, girl. Congratulations. If you believe that in the near future, and I'm going to say in the near future, that land will have some sort of infrastructure in place, then there's nothing wrong with purchasing a piece of land in the wilderness. Okay? Absolutely nothing. I've done it before. It was one of my biggest regrets. I purchased a piece of land where there was no infrastructure. By the time I was ready 10, 15 years later, the land didn't even appreciate $2,000. I kid you not. I had to sell it at a loss. Okay? So I'll never do that again. Never, never, never. Unless I'm 100% sure that within the next 5 years, the area will be developed. So yes, guys, she's very excited that she purchased land. She also mentioned that she mentioned the land that she had all these great ideas for in the village that she purchased, in Marwa's village. I don't know if she was complaining about that to make it seem like, oh, I wasted my money, I lost my money in that business deal. Now Marwa is using it to feed his horses. I think she probably wanted to cry about that, but in the end she didn't. But she had to mention that, of course. You know what I mean? I think one of the things that a lot of people are saying, that Marwa made this dream come true for Rosio, even though she will never admit that, you know, her being able to purchase a piece of land at the moment was basically because of Marwa and YouTube, and how Marwa helped her out with the YouTube.
Tell people what you do a little bit. Just what you do. Maybe like your job. They can support you, maybe. You never know.
Yeah, for sure. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so I do music. I'm a singer. I just opened my YouTube channel, so you can also follow me there.
Guys, I'll put a YouTube channel link here in the description so that you guys can go check her out. And also tell her Marwa sent you.
The option was I started volunteering in hostels.
Wow.
So I was working for a couple of hours, maybe like 4 or 5 hours, in exchange for a bed and food.
I'm not talking about giving her money. Now, Rosio was saving all her money from the moment she became monetized in the village. She was saving all her money. Remember, she complained that she couldn't get money from the bank. Perhaps one of the reasons why she did this is because she didn't want Marwa to force her to pull her money out of her account to pay for anything in the villa. So I think perhaps she lied about that. But she was saving all her money. She was so cheap and frugal. She was so frugal, I'm going to say, not cheap. She was so frugal with her money that she was skin and bones because she didn't want to eat the food that was served in the villa, when she could have gone out and purchased her own food with her own money. Because if I travel, especially to the Bahamas, and my family is cooking something that I don't eat because I don't eat red meat, and they're cooking that, and I don't want it, I go out and buy my own food. But Rosio saved all her money, guys. Ladies, take notes from Rosio. She knows how to swing a man. Even D got swing because she had to give them money to buy ticket to go to whatever event they needed to go to, or whatever tourist attraction they needed to go to. Oh my goodness, this can't be true. All while Rosio had money buying land. Rosio swing each and every one of you. Listen, Rosio is now the master of this game. You hear me? She is the master of this game. She is bigger than Marwa now, I can tell you this. By the time she's done, she's going to have a house in every continent. If I can remember clearly, when Rosio was talking to Paris on that interview that they did, under the tent or whatever, Rosio clearly said she wanted a place in Mexico. She never mentioned anything about Argentina or whatever, but of course that's her homeland, so she's going to want something there. But I remember her saying how she wanted a condo in Mexico. She never talked about owning any raw land where she can have a horse ranch and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know where this is coming from right now. I think she just wants to have things like Marwa and be in competition with Marwa to see who can get the most money out of these donators. Y'all better get your pocket ready. A piece of property, a piece of land, a secret property without your man knowing. And a lot of women, they do that. Believe it or not. Hey! A lot of women, they do that. They buy secret properties. And that's what she did, because she said she has been discussing it over 6 months now with this realtor that she met. And she said she went to that area a year ago or 6 months ago. I don't remember. I think she said a year ago. I can't remember how long ago she went to that area. Perhaps she went there to see it in secret. I don't know where Marwa was when she did that. But she has been doing all these things in secret, including escaping from Marwa. My goodness. I don't see anything wrong with that, guys. I am, as a woman to another woman, hey, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. And congratulations, girl. But I must say, Marwa made that dream come true for you, because remember, you were in Argentina singing 3 days per week from a bar where they were paying you $50 per night, which was $150 per week. That basically couldn't do anything for you. And you were there for 2 years and couldn't purchase land anywhere in Argentina. Nowhere. So hey, give Marwa credit for that. She said that she really didn't buy it yet, but the day that she was looking at it was the decision day, and she will make the purchase on that day. I don't know if Rosio is lying or not, because honestly, I basically don't believe anything that Rosio said. I would have to probably see it on paper before I believe her. Because right now she's perhaps doing that so that people can donate to her for building purposes. You know what I mean? Oh, you're gonna tell people I made this purchase, I purchased this piece of land, and then people are gonna be like, you need to start building a house, and she will start collecting to build this house. She said she doesn't know if she's going to live there because it's sort of a village. Now please tell me, what is the difference between that village and the village where she was living? Because people say that she is a city girl, and she is a city girl. I don't care how much she can sit there and pretend as if, oh, she wants this piece of land in this bush somewhere far up in the hills from the city. She's not a country girl. And suddenly she's fascinated with the river. Suddenly she wants to live right next to a river, but she didn't want to live in the village. It was Marwa she didn't want to live with. It wasn't about that village. It was the people in the village, number one, I think, honestly. And I think she just didn't like the vibe in the village. You know what I mean? And that's understandable as well. She needed to be around her own people. It's better when you're around your own people. No one can tell me different. It's better. She's not a country girl. She complained 24/7 when she was in Marwa village. So how different is this going to be? Now you see how hypocritical she is, where she complained so much about living in that remote village away from everyone and everything, and now she went to Argentina and purchased a piece of land way up in the bush somewhere. Huh? With the lions. You see how hypocritical this girl is? Anyway, that is one of the things that I'm confused about. She said the view is very, very beautiful. And she showed us the view. Okay. The view is very, very beautiful. It is. It is. It seemed like a very
Not yet. Okay, we are looking my piece. My future piece. I haven't buy anything yet. I'm about to. But this is the day for final decision. I'm here. As you see, is inhabited.
scenic area. So if she wants to build a ranch there, perhaps this is what she's trying to accomplish. Building a ranch close to the winery where she can get drunk all the time and stumble home. Perhaps that's what she wants to do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So let me see what some of the people are commenting in her comment section before we move on to the next segment of our video. There are some people commenting on this particular video where she announced that she purchased the land, and I absolutely, like I said, I don't want people to come to me and say, oh, you're a hater, you're a hater, you're hating her for purchasing the land, for purchasing land. No, congratulations to you. Okay, congratulations to you. You just tick me off though when you come out here to say Marwa took all your ideas. Anywho, this person said, thanks to Marwa, you can touch money. Ungrateful, poor, racist, street woman. You never loved Marwa. You were interested in the villa. Shame on you. This other person say, congrats, mom is watching with jealousy eyes. Why would congrats mom be jealous of Rosio? Stop. Y'all need to stop that nonsense, okay? I don't think Marwa or any one of Marwa family member would be upset that Rosio purchased land. Come on, they're still connected because of the child. So I don't think any of them will get upset over this. Some of these keyboard reactors, they're crazy. Other person are congratulating her and telling her how they love it and that she's a strong woman and she has such great vision, and it must have been frustrating to have been around people who undermined your intelligence, love of nature and knowledge. To tell your man go buy horses without a plan, that's intelligence? That was not intelligence. If she was intelligent, she would have told her man to invest in Nairobi. That's what she would have done, where they can continue to make money, or renting out whatever they purchase in Nairobi. That's what I would have done. I wouldn't tell him go buy no horses so that I can go take pictures and sing my songs and do music videos standing next to a horse? That makes no common sense. That's a liability, not an asset. I'm sorry. Give me a break. Yeah, so like I said, most of her people, the few people, well, I shouldn't say the few, there are a lot of people who still follows her and love her to death. Most of them are, you know, just congratulating her and stuff like that, and wishing her well. And I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with people doing that. This person said the idea to purchase land is good. However, that area will take a long time to develop. And that is true. That was basically my concern when I saw the land. You know, she should have perhaps, I don't know if she did her research, because according to people, she's so smart. Do her research to find out how long that piece of land has been undeveloped and how much longer it's going to take. If not, it's basically a waste of money. Okay, yeah, so that's it for that video, which is her most recent video. If you want, you can go over there and watch her, and I'll leave little clips here of her talking about it. Now let's talk about her taking the child to a winery and of course enjoying herself. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with Rosio enjoying herself. Don't come for me for saying that she should not have gone to the winery and that she got drunk. I made my post and many people agreed with me, but many people also said they saw nothing wrong with that because it's their culture. And in Europe, first of all, Argentina is not Europe. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know it's not. In Europe, they do this kind of thing with their kids. They even give their kids wine to drink, and it's their culture. And we have to be understanding because it's their culture. Let me ask Uno something. When Rosio decided to go to the village or to Africa, to Kenya, huh? When she decided to go to Kenya and all the different cultures there, did Rosio embrace the culture and say, you know what, this is their culture, I'm going to respect it, I'm going to be so understanding? The religion, the this, they don't celebrate this in the village, the this, the that, the way people just come over and hang out at your house all the time, it's their culture. I am just going to be so much more understanding because it's their culture, they're friendly people. No, she did not. She criticized the culture every chance she got. So why can't I criticize that culture? And I don't think it's her culture. Okay, I don't think so. Why can't I, whether it's her culture or not, why can't I criticize it? To say that, hey, I don't think she should have that child out there at a winery. It just didn't look right to me in my eyes. It didn't. It's a young child. It's not like the kid is like a double digit or something, or even 7 years old. Probably wouldn't matter. But he's a baby. It's a baby. She had a baby out there drinking wine from her titty. As she poured the wine down her throat, it spewed out of her titty. And you're gonna sit there and tell me that it is okay. Nothing is wrong with it. It was innocent. She came out here and told us how tipsy she was. They call me drunk. People call me drunk because I talk like this when I'm doing a reaction. Okay? This is not me normal. Normally. And once in a while, I haven't had a drink in 3 months, by the way. 2 months, I think. I can't remember. I haven't had a drink in a while. For many reasons. I may have to stop drinking. Once in a while, I have a glass of champagne. Or a glass of bubblies. A Prosecco. Moscato. And because I'm doing it while I'm doing a video, how many times people do reaction on me and call me a drunk? How many times people came in my comment section and called me a drunk for sitting in my living room 2 steps away from my bed, that if I get tipsy, I can stand tumble to my bed. I don't have any baby around me. The only thing I have is my flowers and my plants, okay? But they still called me a drunk. Y'all don't come here call me no bully now, because y'all know I'll go cuss. Anybody come here to talk about I bullying anybody, I cuss out them backside. Trust me. Okay? She was the one who told her she's all drunk. Sipping, showing off. Oh, this is the rich life. Look at me. This is the rich life. This is rich life. Ooh, rich life. Hi. Look at y'all. Y'all can't come to wine tasting because only rich white people can do this, okay? Mzungus. This is Mzungu only kind of lifestyle. That's basically what she was trying to say. Anyway, so because many people criticized her, even some of her own subscribers, they decided that, you know what? We have to tell this girl that this is not right. This does not look right. We're going to have to talk to her about this nonsense that she is doing. And they decided they're going to leave their comments to tell her, no, you should have left that child at home. Which I'm gonna say this, and don't get me wrong. Whether she had the child there or not, she still would have been criticized. I'm going to tell you this as a reactor. If she had left that baby home with her mother and be out there drinking and showing off and that, people would have said she's a bad mother as well. So there was no win-win in this for Rosio. The only win-win that would have been in this was, hey, I'm going to go to this place, but I'm not going to show it on camera. She didn't have to show that on camera. She didn't. But she wanted us to talk about her. She's an attention WHO, you know what? She loved when reactors talk about her. Because people leave us and they go over there to watch her when we talk about her. She gets views. She knows this. And that's why she posted. So that she can give us shit to talk about. So she made her post on Instagram to talk about, I heard I am being criticized as a mother for drinking a little wine in a winery. So I came to a place where some of the best wines in the world are made. Malbec. I don't even like Malbec. I don't like Malbec, Rocio. I don't like Malbec. Dear haters, you're learning something new today. The culture of good wine tasting. You're welcome. Rosio, we don't care about wine tasting. Not everybody loves alcohol. You don't understand. A lot of people don't even like how it makes them feel. I can only drink 2 glasses max. And that's it. After that, I'm done. I can't drink. And these days, I can only do 1 or half. Seriously, because honestly, alcohol, it's not like alcohol tastes that great for me to say, oh my goodness. It's not like it's coconut water, Rosio, where we have to have it. A lot of the subscribers who subscribe to her as well, they don't care about alcohol. A lot of them are religious people. Remember, she was just faking her religion the other day and they were cheering her on, believing that she truly changed. When I told people that this girl is wicked and lie, she didn't change. Rosio only did that Christian segment because she felt awful, I think. Well, a little bit awful. Or not awful because of what she said, but because people were unsubscribing from her quickly. Because of what she said about Congrats Mom and Marwa. And every site had all this stuff. All the gossip sites in Nairobi had all this stuff about Marwa and his family. And you know how they worship Mzungus in Kenya. They do. And because she's a Mzungu, guess who they were blaming? They were blaming Marwa and his family. Without even knowing the full story of everything. Everybody was just blaming them, especially blaming the mother. And it's one thing to speak badly about Marwa, because I admit that there were things that he did that, you know, he could have done differently. He could have treated her better. I'm not going to sit here and pretend as if he was really nice and lovey-dovey and all of that. He wasn't, but you knew that from day one. It's one thing to criticize him, but when you start to criticize his mother all over the internet, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, it was all plastered everywhere. And people started unsubscribing from Rosio after seeing this. So she had to come back and pretend this whole fake Virgin Mary, Magdalena, the whole nonsense that she was doing just to get these people to forgive her and to think that, you know, she is kind of confused. People were saying, give her a chance. You don't understand. She's hurting. She's confused. No, she's just wicked. The girl wicked. Wickeder. It's the truth. She's wicked. She is not a nice person and she's not changed. I'm not saying that people can't wake up tomorrow and say to themselves, I am saved. I accept Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. I am not saying that there are people in this world who can't do that and truly mean it. Yes, when God touches you, guess what? It's time. But all that was fake pretense. The girl deserved an Oscar for her fakeness. So when she came out here and wrote this nonsense about haters and learning something new today, I don't know who she thinks her, maybe she's talking about the buffoons who watches her, because number one, there are a lot of people who are not into alcohol, and people like me who drink alcohol. I'm very exposed to that kind of stuff, honey. I'm very exposed to wine and wine vineyards, okay? I've been there. I've had a wine named after me, sweetheart. Yes, darling. A very expensive bottle of wine. Okay? So catch yourself, darling. Catch yourself. Not everybody out here hating you because you went over there to have two sip of free wine. Please stop. I can take the train and go to a vineyard in New York anytime I want. I don't drink that much anymore, sweetheart. I don't. So I think that's it for Madam Parasite with her and her lies, and I'll also drop some clips of her with debunking. I made this a short video over a week ago and I decided not to post it, you know, but I will post some of the clips that I put together debunking some of the lies that she told when she said that you know, when how she met Marwa, and some of the things that she said when she met Marwa. And then after the breakup, she told us a whole different story. I'll debunk some of the lies. But subscribers, you guys, her subscribers, y'all need to get y'all wallet ready, because Rosio wants the very same thing that Marwa has. She wants a villa. She does. She wants a villa, and there's nothing wrong with that, or a house, or her own place. And this is the best way to get it. There is no other way. If Rosio didn't have this audience that she got from Marwa, it would not be possible. Okay? Because it would take her a very long time to get to 50,000 subscribers. I am not joking about that. I know this as a fact, because if I didn't react on Marwa, I wouldn't have the views that I'm having. And you people have seen this as proof for my other channel, where when I post, you know, organic things or news highlights and really great topic that I think we should know about, many people are not interested in watching it. They want drama. They want this kind of thing. They want more about Marwa and all of that. And as long as Rosio continue to call Marwa name, as long as she has Maisha in her presence and in all of that, even though she's saying, her sister came out and said that Marwa only picked the child up when there was a camera rolling. Have you noticed that Rosio put the baby in every single video that she has? Because that's her cash cow. So Romina or Rowena, whatever your name is, your sister is also using the child to make money. Marwa is also trying to use this child to make money by calling the land or the area that he purchased Maisha's farm. He can't have the physical child, but he can have the name. And as long as the name is there and the name is being called, of course, hey, people are going to be like, yes, that's his farm, let's send money. And as long as Rosio is showing the child face, people, Marwa people, or the people who like to watch Marwa, they're still going to watch her just to see the child. So yes, it's because of Marwa why you're, kind of getting what you have right now. Now let's move on to Marwa real quickly. I saw a video. It's not one of his recent video. It was a video I think yesterday or day before, I can't remember, where he spoke about renting his villa for $250 per day for YouTubers. And if you're not a YouTuber, then I think it will be about $100 per day. He says he's a star, and if you want to come over and meet the star, YouTube star, I am Marwa. And then all the other villagers and, Grandma House, Villa 19, Nasto, Mayugno, all the other people, even Gintu. I'm just joking, he didn't say Gintu. But if you want to meet all those people as well, they will be willing to take you around to see them for an additional price of only $30. Is that $30 per day or $30 for the whole time? Because Marwa, you have to realize that you pay your workers $30 per month. So how do you expect people to come and pay $30 per day to be taken around the village? I'm hoping that you meant $30 for the entire stay, not $30 per day, because that would make absolutely no sense. That would be a ripoff. He said he will have to pay Gitriba to take people around and to buy gas and all of that. I guess Gitriba is trying to build his humongous villa and no one is really giving Gitriba money. I don't know what it is, why people, they don't like Gitriba. They already built 2 houses for Nasto and they don't want to help Gitriba. You should not have listened to Marwa when Marwa told you, build and build big. Money will come. Don't worry about it. Don't mind the haters, what they say. Build and build big. Please. You all think money is over in America dropping off tree. Anyway, the other day when he showed his video with the YouTubers, I think someone mentioned, a reactor mentioned something about his roof. And immediately when the reactor mentioned that, I think one of Marwa's people sent Marwa money to fix that roof. And people are complaining that reactors talk about things like that. What they don't realize that the honest truth is, it helps Marwa. It truly helps Marwa. The more we criticize Marwa, the more negative things we say about Marwa House, there are going to be someone out there, one of his die-hard cult members, who's going to say, you know what? Those negative reactors, I'm going to fix them. I'm going to show them. Here, Marwa, this is my last paycheck. I'm going to send it to him to fix that roof, just to show them. And that's what the lady did. He said the lady sent him $400 just to fix his roof. So don't come complaining when we talk about things that is wrong in the property. It's really helping Marwa. It is. It is. You can't deny that. It's helping him. The guy got $400. Why? Because a reactor talked about his roof. If she probably didn't mention it, I didn't even notice it, to be honest, until she talked about it. Then I went and looked and I saw it. I'm like, oh wow, the roof is leaking. I guess because it's a flat roof, it was not done correctly. So hopefully Marwa will spend that money and fix that roof. Now let's continue with his new visitors rule, because this is new. And of course I'm not understanding why he's coming out here and telling it on camera to people when we kind of know him. Somebody's gonna go there with gifts and he's gonna forget about that $250 per night. He's gonna forget about that $100. We know how this guy goes. He had all this planned out already and it didn't work. Why do you think it's going to work now? Now, there are some people saying that it's unfair. Even some of his own subscribers are saying that he's getting too greedy and that it is very unfair that he is charging people to stay at the villa, especially those people who helped to build that villa, because of course it wasn't just Marwa money. Marwa money is in the bank. It's donors who helped to build that villa. Now, he did make an exception and say people like Janet Harris and Big Mac and, you know, all those people except Small Fries, they are not going to, Small Fry will not be able to stay in the villa for free, but the others will be able to stay in the villa for free because they are diehard cult members who donate their last to him day in, day out. He did make that exception, but he said all others, the ones who, you know, send him anything less than $1,000 per month, they're going to have to pay. There are many people complaining that the amenities are not up to par to be rented out to someone for that price, which I agree that it is a lot of money, $250. Are you kidding me? That is a lot of money for the village. Are you serious? The most I think he probably should charge per day is $50. $250 is a ripoff. Because there are no amenities inside the villa, no hot water, no kitchen and stuff like that, and it's only fruits and ugali there to eat. There's nothing else. What else is he going to feed them? So I don't think this price, I think it's too much. I'm not saying that he should not charge people to stay at his house. You should charge. There's absolutely nothing wrong with telling people that there's a charge. You have to understand the type of subs that Marwa has. They all want to go and visit him, and if he says to every single person, you could come, you could come, you could come, it becomes too much. At some point you have to be able to make some money out of it. And I remember I said I had an idea for Rosio and Marwa before Rosio left, and I wasn't lying about that. I may post it in my on a short, Marwa, so you can see the idea that I have of tree houses. You can build yourself some tree houses, Marwa. Okay, nice tree houses. There's a guy upstate, and this is where I got this idea from, where I saw this guy who was in the military, and him and his wife decided to leave the city, New York City, and he moved upstate, and he bought I think it's an apple orchard, and turned that thing into a tree house plantation. Okay, and he's making good money from it. People go up there and they want this relaxed lifestyle. They want to be away from everything, and he's making good money from it. Somehow I can build 3 of those. 3. Only 3 of those. And make sure it has the amenities that the people need and rent those out. As simple as that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with trying to make money, you know. But you just have to have the amenities and don't try to rob people, Marwa. I mean, it's your price, but I have an opinion. My opinion is that it is too much. Okay? What else? While he was showing us around the house, I noticed that all the plants that Rosio had in the house, that they all die. I guess no one cared for those type of things. Those definitely were Rosio ideas. So girl, you could, you know, claim those, girl. Claim those. Those were your idea. What else is there to talk about? There's absolutely nothing else to talk about Marwa. I don't nitpick on little things. You know, he's still doing what he does, the begging every single day. He's really close to his brother Davy right now. And as you can see, after Rosio left, Marwa did a complete 360. Now he is back with friends, you know, again. Had a YouTube meetup. Soon, I think he'll be friends with Mayugno again. But Rosio was a stumbling block. She was. I think she was. Especially, she was trying to put a monkey wrench between him and his family. And that was unfair because Rosio was very, very close to her family. So close that they kept her secret of her escaping tight while laughing up in Marwa face 24/7 while accepting his money to go on this adventure and the next adventure, all while knowing that, hey, my daughter is going to leave you high and dry, buddy, with your child. And I think it's one of the reasons why Davy hadn't gone back to the villa after Dee left, because he couldn't stand her. They didn't get along, and Marwa, you know, I guess whatever Rosio says, that's what he decided to do, just to try to make her a little happy. every day he's with his mother now, he's with his brother, going to his brother construction site, showing love to his brother, showing up his brother on his YouTube channel. I'm like, what is this? I can't believe it. So that's why we over here were surprised. But I'm also going to say I like that. I think that if you can give people a second chance, you should. I mean, nobody should be like me because I don't give second chances. Family or no family. That's it. When I'm done, I'm done. So I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. But that is it, guys. That's all I have to talk about. Like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm not going to get into Dee and her fake pregnancy and why she did that. And I think Dee did that fake pregnancy because of Miss Trudy had posted a video that previous day, and her views within, I think, a couple hours hit like 100,000. So it was just climbing, and I think it's one of the reasons why Dee did that clickbait, because it's to get views. That's all that was. And I think if you already know that that's how she is, why are you going to believe her? The minute you see it, you know it's a lie already. So don't even click on it. And that's what I do. I hate clickbaits. I do. Especially when they're that extreme. I understand if you bend the truth just a tad little bit, it's okay. But when it's so extreme, I'm sorry, I'm not going to click on it. Some of her subscribers were congratulating her without even listening. And sometimes this is how I tell when people don't even watch my video to the end or watch a lot of it, is when I say things and then they only take that little piece that I say because they didn't wait to hear the next piece that I say. And I'm like, see, you didn't watch my video. If you watch my video, you would have realized that, hey, what you're saying is wrong. But that's it for today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you stopping by to watch me. I truly appreciate each and every one of you who from time to time check to see if I upload anything. Once in a while I get busy and I can't do videos, or if I'm not feeling well, I am not going to push myself to do a video, because these things are very toxic. You can realize this is toxic content. And once this is toxic on my brain, my entire body can't function properly. So if I'm not 100% in good health, I can't come here to sit here and fake a reaction for you. The money is not that great for me to do that. And even if the money was that great, honestly, I still wouldn't do it. So thank each and every one of you for stopping by. Love you, love you, love you, love you always. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Watch all the ads. Subscribe to the channel. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.